Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm here to film a really fun tutorial for you guys. I hope that you like it. I basically wanted to do a very fluttery, airy, fun, summery, sparkly eye with a little bit of a funner, bright lip. This is kind of inspired by the summer and going on vacation. I really hope you guys like the way it turned out. If you have any suggestions on future looks that you'd want to see, definitely let me know, but this is what I came up with for today. So let's get into the tutorial. Starting out with my Too Faced Hangover Proactive Nourishing Replenishing Face Primer. I'm going to be placing that all over the face. And what it does is, this is especially good if you have very dry skin because it basically replenishes your skin with what it needs to stay hydrated and looking like glowing and healthy. So I always like to use that as a base. And I really love to use in the summer a more light foundation or a tinted moisturizer / BB cream, and I've found that I've really loved right now especially. It matches me really well, and I find that it really does a good job at matching itself to whatever skin tone you are. If you're extremely fair, like when I'm at my fairest, this does not perfectly match me. It is a little bit not orangey, but a little darker, so it does look a little orange on me, but it's really great stuff. So it's the L'Oreal Magic Skin Beautifier BB Cream, and I have the one in Fair 810. So once your primer has sunk in, I just take a little bit of this, and I apply it with my fingers. I find that's the easiest way. That's pretty much what I do in the summertime. It's just to even out my skin, so I usually go very lightly with a product like this one. It just adds a little bit of color, but by evening out my skin tone, but it kind of just stays very natural. The only thing is if you're starting to peel like I am, I just made a whole bunch of dry skin on my forehead, so I apologize if you can see that. There's not really much I can do about it until it goes away. So literally you can see that it looks pretty natural. It looks like my skin did before, just a little bit more even. And then I come with my Maybelline Fit Me Concealer as always. Mine is in the shade 15 Fair. Blend that out with a concealer brush. I do prefer usually to use my beauty blender because it blends a lot more naturally than a brush does, but my beauty blender is really dirty and I need to clean it, so typically I would use my beauty blender, but for today I'm using a combination of my fingers and this brush. Then I'm just going to set that with my Rimmel Stay Matte Powder. Because the rest of my face is already very dry, because I recently got some sun, I'm just going to pretty much leave the rest without any powder. So kind of what I like to do in the summertime is keep my entire face very natural. And I like to play up a little bit of color and things like that. But everything else stays quite natural, including my brows. So I'm just going to fill them in a little bit, any sparse areas, and add a little bit of length on the end. And if you're planning on going outside and you really want your brows to stay in place, I would use the Anastasia Clear Brow Gel. But because I'm pretty much staying inside because of my allergies, I'm just going to leave my brows as is. I'm going to come in with my Kat Von D Shade and Light palette. Just do a slight contour. For blush, I'm coming in with my NARS Deep Throat Blush. I really love this blush because it just looks like a very luminous flush of color. And then to match my face to my neck, I'm just going to come in with some NARS Laguna Bronzer. It's time for the eyeshadow, and the eyeshadow for this look is very simple, but I love to wear this kind of look in the summertime. Starting out with my Too Faced Shadow Insurance Primer. So I'm going to be using my Shade and Light kit, the contour color in Subconscious. I'm just grabbing this on a very big fluffy brush, blending brush. This is going to give your lid a natural contour because it is a contour palette. So if you want a very natural kind of eyeshadow look, your best bet is to go with a contour palette because it gives you the most flawless, natural looking eyeshadow. So if let's say you're trying to go with a bolder lip like I might do today, this is a really good way to balance it out and have a very natural looking eye while still having a little bit of color there. Then coming in with a slightly more dense crease brush, I'm going to be using the darkest contour shade in this palette. Just taking a tiny, tiny little bit, focusing it on the outer portion. I apologize if all the foundation or BB cream on my nose is starting to disappear. It's because I am having to stop and blow my nose like every 3 seconds because my allergies are just crazy today. Like it's horrible. Anyways, so that's what the eyeshadow looks like so far. Just make sure it's very, very blended. That's the key to this. And then before I come in with a lid color, I'm going to come in with the banana shade right here called Lyric. I'm just going to highlight the brow bone with this and kind of help blend out the edges of the crease. Now I just wet my eyeshadow brush, and basically you can do this with Fix Plus, Urban Decay Setting Spray, anything like that, but I just do it with water and it works just as well for me. It makes the shadow a lot more intense and it gives it a much more like metallic finish. So I'm going to be using this Urban Decay Single Eyeshadow in the color Sin. It's a beautiful color, especially for this time of year, and when you wet it, it just looks absolutely unbelievable. So I'm not trying to just focus this on the lid. I'm going to start with the lid, but I'm also going to work it into that color that we've already blended. I want this to be a very shimmery, summery sort of look. The reason that I put those colors in the crease was just to add a little bit of definition and still not just have like sparkle all over my eye, but I'm planning on covering it with this beautiful shade. Look at how pretty that is when it's wet. It's gorgeous dry, but wet is like just out of this world. So that is pretty much what the finish lids look like. I'm gonna let that dry because it's still very wet, and then you can come in with any final touches or adjustments that you want. I wore this the other day with my Maybelline color tattoo that I used in my Spring Pop of Color makeup tutorial, and it looked amazing. It looked so gorgeous. The combination of like the very pastel pink and the pastel blue was beautiful. So that's definitely an alternative that you can use for this look. But for me, I'm going with a brighter lip, so I'm going to keep the eyes quite neutral. Already that this is very shimmery, but it's a very like easy to pair kind of shimmery. On the inner corner, I'm coming in with the highlight shade that we used for the from the contour kit, and just popping that on the inner corner. Then I'm just using a small pencil brush with that contour shade on the lower lash line to just add a little bit of definition. Then I'm using a little bit of that darkest contour shade just on the outer corner of the bottom lash line, like that. So that's like pretty much it for the shadow. I'm coming in with my NARS Larger Than Life eyeliner pencil, which I always use, you guys know. And I'm going to tightline with this. So now I'm going to add my very natural falsies, which are the Kiss 03 lashes. I applied my false lashes, and because I'm using like the Kiss ones, they're amazing cheap false lashes. I love them. They're my favorite from the drugstore. But you can see the lash band because, you know, they're not as high quality, and that's fine. So I didn't want to really add any liner for this look. I wanted it to be a standalone, really like light fluttery eye. But to hide the lash band, I kind of had no choice. So I just put a very, very thin line on the lash band. Now, to camouflage my lashes, I'm just going to come in with a little bit of my mascara. And I'm just going to apply that very lightly, not to make the eyes over dramatic. And then just a tiny little bit on the bottom. So this is what the eyes look like. Very nice, like natural, but very glowy eyes for the summer. I love these eyes. And to finish it off, I'm just gonna apply a Too Faced liquid lipstick, and this is in the color Melted Marshmallow. So this is a very bright, fun pink summer color. I'm really excited. So it's crazy, crazy bright, fun pink color. I know, even on myself, sometimes these colors I'm gonna like, oh, that is like neon pink, but I think it's really fun for the summer just to have some crazy lip colors to just play around with every once in a while. So that is my finished look for you guys. Very sparkly, like airy, light fluttery eye with a pretty much neon pink lips, which I kind of really like. It's growing on me. I mean, it's not like an everyday thing, but I feel like for vacation or just like fun in the sun, this would be kind of nice if you're trying to play up some bright colors. Sometimes it can be harder on the eyes and a little bit easier on the lips for some people, so I thought I'd incorporate a fun bright pink color. So I recently did pick this up, and I like it. I think it's going to be a fun color to play around with in the summer with different looks. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed my take on a really neon bright fun summer pink lip. If you guys have any requests on any other colors you would like to see featured in a future video, or any kind of like look you'd like to incorporate into your summer routine that you might find a little bit challenging, let me know and I'll try and find a wearable, fun way for you to incorporate it. I love that we're summertime and I'm able to play around with colors, and even though sometimes it's a little bit challenging, a little bit intimidating, and it might not always turn out the best, it's just fun to finally have time to play around with my makeup. So I really enjoy it, and if you guys have any recommendations, I love to challenge myself with things that you guys suggest, so definitely leave them in the comments down below. Happy summer to everyone. I hope you're getting excited. The weather is finally starting to turn around here, and I hope everywhere else as well. Thank you so much. I'm so glad to be back, so give this video a thumbs up if you're happy to see me back too, and I cannot wait to film more for you guys. Alright, that's it. See you in my next video. Bye!